Hey, what's going on, everybody? Desir here, and I have ZerokoolGamer here with me, and you are not seeing anything wrong. I do have a camera on me today. So we wanted to discuss the Illuminati Captain Britain issues that's been going on. So ZerokoolGamer was nice enough to get on camera with me, and we're gonna have a nice little conversation about this. What was your initial reaction when you read the blog about this last week?
I was a little, I don't know, confused a little bit. I'm going, okay, they're throwing, okay, we had a data mine for it. Great. We knew Captain Britain was
Yep.
coming. We just didn't know what he was going to do or be. And then he's now this new epic character. Great. I don't know what that is. So it's not a legendary.
Yeah.
It's not Dark Dimension. It's, I get,
Yeah,
I mean,
especially when I saw in the data mine that he was going to have awakened abilities. I'm like, well, that must be a placeholder for the next legendary, and they just kind of put that out there early. I was a little confused about that too.
yeah, the awaken abilities got me where I'm going. He's got to be well, but he's not listed as legendary. So with him, what do you, Scopely? You're doing it again, man. You're messing with our heads. It's not working out right.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely did mess with our heads on this one. As far as the method, so just for people that aren't fully aware of it, so we need to basically get the Illuminati team, which is the Black Bolt, Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, they're all part of the team. Then there's going to be the Black Panther Shuri, and there's also going to be Hank Pym, who looks like he's going to be the Goliath form of the Ant-Man, which is pretty cool. However, you need to get those characters up to 5 stars to be able to unlock Captain Britain, and then from there we still don't know how many stars Captain Britain's going to be, and then you need to get extra stars on him because he's going to be a protector and there's awakened abilities. So based on this information that we have right now, how's that going to affect your spending? Do you want to actually spend more to kind of get him up there, or just do what you've been doing?
Since they were kind of like, waiting to let us know everything about him, it's for me. It's going to be just normal. It's normal every day to day. That's it. There's no reason to push it. We're eventually going to get him, unlocked. But if they're going to start gating it behind that, I'm not going to increase it. There's no reason to. Only if you can't control the FOMO that's hitting you. That's it. And
Yeah, that's the thing.
It really impacts more on the free to play side, who's not going to have them at 4. They're gonna be happy to unlock these characters maybe with some cores and just getting maybe a drop. Somebody's gonna get a 180 drop and be like ecstatic, and they'll be able to do it. But are they gonna get them on all 3? Nope. Very slim chance. So I'm gonna keep it as normal day to day. That's it.
Yeah, that's my thinking too. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing. If I end up getting the 5-star through the events and maybe the battle passes, if that showcase is still going on, then it is what it is. I'm going to be really happy I got them. I don't know if I'm going to do any pushing on this. The interesting thing, though, was for the offers for Shuri, they mentioned in there that there's going to be like special offers for her for the initial release. So I'm kind of curious what these offers are. Like, are they gonna drop down the pay grade for each of these so you get extra shards, or what? It's really mystery, which Illuminati is,
Yeah, they're a mystery right now, which is nice because it goes with the Illuminati thing. But it's more like, oh my God, just give us more information for it, at least for this, so we can kind of think about it a little bit. Okay, is somebody gonna spend? Somebody's gonna not. But let's hope that the offers are okay.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they do something where they like drop down the pay scale. Like the $25 offers is now what the 50 is. The $50 offers now what the $100 offer is, or maybe like a 75 offer is going to be like in there. I don't know what they're going to do. They need to give us a lot more information because people's really not happy about this right now.
It feels. It's different, but it just something's up with it. I just don't know exactly what. Not sure exactly what, but they said it's going to be some new offer. It's just going to be something different, and they could let us know ahead of time, but they're not. So
That's not the Scopely way, though. They like that FOMO.
yeah, they get unFOMO it and let us know right away, because I would like to know what these special offers are, so I can sit there and go, well, maybe I might, or more than likely, no.
Yeah, and the thing about this is because he's that epic character, we don't know what the shard unlock is going to be for him, and then there's going to be the awakened abilities, and he is a tank, so you really want to get him high up there. So you're going to be spending a lot of money just to get the team up to fully operational power that they can be.
I mean, they're looking ridiculously great, and it does hit the FOMO of I want to get this character, but
Yeah, same here.
do I don't think I'm gonna go over what I normally would. I might go less, because this is really, they're pushing it just a little bit. It feels like they're pushing it, and I don't know if I want to make that.
They're definitely doing that to me too. As far as the legendary unlock goes, so this team is going to be required for that, which is great that they gave us a heads up about it, but that makes the FOMO of this team even that much higher for me personally. I like to really push in those trials. It's one of the favorite game modes that they have in this right now. The thing about this is if they do the star unlock require like they did for Old Man Logan, so on the higher difficulties, there's going to be the Cosmic Crucible packs, which is what this team is. So I'm really curious how that's going to affect it on the higher difficulties. Are we going to be able to even get to the difficulty 10 to 12 range if we get them up there? Do you actually need Captain Britain, or will Iron Man or Black Bolt, whoever you end up not benching, will they be good enough to kind of get there to really push in those trials? What do you think about that?
I did not like the star unlock part. I did not like the star requirement.
It was
felt really bad. I actually, it sounds bad, I did enjoy on like a Sunday morning when you got nothing really to do for a little bit, I could sit there and go through the trial a few thousand times and try to get a higher score.
It was so easy.
Yes, it was easy, but then it was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm like 10 points away from beating this guy. Let me do it again. And then boom, I could do it. Now I can't even get to any of those higher scores because it's a star. I'm gated by the stars, and I'm not gonna go pushing for 7 stars. You're out your mind. I can't do it.
No, I'm not either. There's no way I'm pushing. Yeah.
No, I like the lights on in my house. They look great. But no, it's not gonna
I like having a house.
Yeah, there you go. And sorry, but it's Cabal. All right, maybe might really think about out of time. No, half the team is slow. The entire team is slow. If they were faster, maybe, but the entire team is slow, and I kind of assumed they were gonna phase out pretty quickly because they're just particularly too slow to do anything, and they're kind of phasing out kind of right now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling it for this
it's
one.
The Black Knight show.
Yeah, it's Black Knight all the way. However, you got Captain Britain, you got Hank Pym looking pretty quick himself, and then Shuri's fast as hell too. So at least 3 characters on this team will be useful for quite a while. The reworks, I don't know about that.
I think he's kind of being slept on, actually. I think Mr. Fantastic is not fantastic, but he's pretty good. How do you think this team's going to fare in Cosmic Crucible?
I think they're if people don't pay attention to, well, there's the difference between Black Bolt and Iron Man's rework. Like you said, Mr. Fantastic is probably the sleeper. From what we heard from the initial testing, he seems to be just knocking people out with his ult because it's just a humongous damage that he gets from the team, and now he's just doing it, just hitting everybody, which is great. Cool, we got Mr. Fantastic doing something. You got 2 other members. They're not doing nothing. You need to help them out a little bit, just a little bit. We don't know if the burp is actually going to burp and knock somebody out. We don't know if Iron Man's going to be able to, knock out somebody on turn 1 on with his ult, but he is going to become an energy battery with some other. The energy battery's all over, which is great. I'm glad it's not gated to a game mode.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. So cool. You could probably use Iron Man somewhere, but the team overall is basically Britain, Hank Pym, and Shuri. And Captain Britain, it looks like a wall with concrete around it, and then steel reinforced, and maybe some titanium, and maybe a little bit of vibranium with it too. He looks beefy.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be one of those like haves and have-nots. Do you have Captain Britain? You're gold. You don't have Captain Britain? Sorry, you're going to use this team here, and there's definitely going to be counters for it. Captain Britain version, there's probably going to be counters outside of Mephisto. It's probably going to take a lot, though, and it's still going to like drain your resources for Cosmic Crucible on that. The big thing is, though, they always like to give us a problem, then sell us a solution. How long until they sell us the solution for this, do you think?
I hope it's at least a few months, which is normally a couple of patches. But I'm hoping it gives us some time to have some fun with them. You can do plug and play because there's 6 members right now. I'm hoping maybe people can suggest it, but throw the Illuminati tag on 2 of the other members that we already have out there, Namor and Doctor Strange. They could get some use out of it. I don't know if they could just add a few tags in. That way it just gives that plug and play all over the place now. You got plug and play, which is, I hope they said they were leaning to. I hope they could do this again, but I don't want a counter to come to this within like a month or something. Give us some time to play with them. And obviously for the first 2 or 3 weeks, we're only going to have a couple members of the team. So there is going to be some plug and play, which is great. We want to do the theory crafting.
Yeah, that would be amazing if they end up throwing like additional tags out there, especially when Professor X comes. Throw him the tag also, just to revitalize the team by the time Dark Dimension 8 comes around, because that team will be a lot older. That would be amazing. So my big question for you is, what are you going to do about Shuri when she ends up coming? Are you going to get her offer still? Or are you going to just try to get her free to play or really push for her? Like, are you going for that 5 yellow stars, or what's your game plan for this team?
Right now, that speed number there is saying you should make sure she gets unlocked. You should make sure she gets unlocked, because that speed part right there is going to be viable all over the place. It's great. So at the moment, I'm thinking initial unlock. I don't think 5 stars is in the books for me. I can't justify it. It doesn't seem Every now and then I'll open up an orb with some cores, and if I get a 180, great. But I haven't gotten a 180 in a long time, so I'm not
so long for that.
I'm not hoping for, I'm not expecting it, but if it happens, great. Then I could use that for maybe Hank. But for right now, initial unlock, and then just see where it takes me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be in the same boat. I might do the 50. I want to see what the extra offer is gonna be for them on this, because they're definitely saying like, hey, something's coming for the initial release. So I want to really judge based off of that. Her passive, where she's gonna shut down assists, she's a souped up Echo, so we still use Echo today. She's gonna have a long longevity in this game, I feel, especially with that speed like you brought up on there. So I'm definitely gonna unlock her. I don't know how hard I want to push on the Captain Britain thing myself, which is really unfortunate, because when I think of Captain Britain, I personally think of Henry Cavill. That dude, he should be Captain Britain in the MCU. They need to make it happen. So I want to get me Henry Cavill in this game personally.
I would be fine with that. He's done with that side. Come on over here. You could be used for a while at least, hopefully, and just make sure that he's used for a while, because he just looks like he fits the part. And
yeah,
he doesn't have to push too hard to fake that whole part for him. Doesn't have to.
Yeah, he really doesn't. But we're gonna have more topics to discuss over on ZerokoolGamer's channel. I'm gonna put his link in the video description, so make sure that you check out the rest of the conversation. We didn't want to make this too long, so we're just doing this in 2 parts. This part here and the next part over there. So make sure you jump on over and finish the conversation. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.